係要出去，即係我首先出去之前啦，執 gear 一定係啲嘴啊、帽啊、眼罩啊、面罩乜嘢都會帶齊啦。好驚當下，因為我但係去到後尾已經有少少麻木咗，就係。
What did it feel like to be part of that protest movement?
一開始呢個活動咧係好驚，真係驚，即係啲人係講到驚死，因為人生未見過㗎嘛。
More than 10,000 Hong Kongs were arrested since last summer, and it seems that Hong Kong is not Hong Kong anymore.
好似有啲枷鎖綁住你咁樣，你係完全唔可以講你想講嘅嘢。
China has been hacking away at Hong Kong's freedom for years. But last summer, Beijing took its most severe step yet, passing a sweeping national security law that criminalised acts of subversion, secession, terrorism, and foreign collusion. It effectively silenced all opposition to the Chinese Communist Party. A growing number of former protesters are now looking to leave Hong Kong, even those who weren't on the front lines. We agreed not to use Xi's real name. She posted online in support of the pro-democracy movement, and other activists have since been arrested for doing just that. Xi is travelling to London on her British National Overseas Passport, which allows Hong Kongers born before 1997 to get visas and apply for citizenship. With more and more people like Xi trying to escape, this month the Hong Kong government put forward a new immigration bill, which would enable authorities to ban individuals from leaving. It could come into force in a matter of weeks. So the flight from Hong Kong has landed. People are starting to trickle through. This girl is now at Customs and Border Patrol, so hoping that everything goes smoothly through immigration and that she gets out here soon. Hi! Hi, I'm Isabel. So nice to meet you. How are you?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a long journey.
You got in?
Yeah. I was so scared, like, oh, please get me in.
Oh my God.
No, the worst thing is you will send back to Hong Kong. I said, no, please.
Come round, come round. Through a network of Hong Kongers, Xi's been put in touch with someone in northeast England who's offered to put her up in her home.
即係由國安法開始，我就想過嚟 UK 咁樣，即係更加決定。係啊。
感覺點樣啊？
好似發緊夢。This is my new room.
Do you think you'll be happy and comfortable in this room?
Yeah. Actually, it's similar size to my room at Hong Kong.
It's going to be a very different view to your room in Hong Kong.
Yeah, all the buildings and the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so quiet here, isn't it? It must have been a really stressful few months for you with the national security law being passed.
You can't say anything. Even in the protest, the song, we can't sing it anymore. I say this is our freedom. We want to sing it because we think that the song is describing Hong Kong.
Now you're in the UK, you can sing that song.
Yeah, I can do anything I want. I want to say 光復香港時代革命, but you can't say these 8 words in Hong Kong anymore now.
If you couldn't leave Hong Kong, what do you think your future would look like?
I will always just pretend I support the government.
You have to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. To keep safe, yeah.
What does it feel like to know that you're here in this completely different place and knowing that this is where you're going to be for a while now?
For me, it's like I can do anything I want. And then no more Chinese government control. Yeah, start my new life.
But for many deeper entwined in the opposition, starting a new life abroad isn't an option. The first mass democracy protests that shut down the city began in 2014. Joshua Wong was one of its young leaders, and he's been a prominent organiser and activist ever since.
We just want to send a clear signal to the world. Even they try to arrest us, prosecute us, and even lock us up in prison, there's no reason for us to surrender.
We caught up with him while he was out on bail, waiting to be sentenced for his role in the 2019 protests. Hi, Joshua.
Please wait me 1 minute.
Okay. Wong has been arrested many times over the years. So how are you doing? I mean, it's been a difficult year. How have things been going? How's your case?
So situation seems to be really worse, but even I still need to handle 3 court case, we still hope to keep on our resistance.
Can you tell us what the situation is in Hong Kong at the moment?
1,600 protesters were prosecuted and hundreds of us were already physically detained in prison. So we have faced lots of difficulties.
As someone who, was behind the initial umbrella protests in 2014, is there any part of you that regrets, being so heavily involved in things, given that could have acted as a catalyst for this recent crackdown?
I have no regret at all. Sometimes we might experience up and down and the difficulties, but we still need to keep on the fight, even it's not an easy time for us.
How dangerous is it for you to speak out right now about democracy and freedom, given the sweeping nature of this new national security law?
No one could guarantee their personal safety since the law is implemented, but that's not the reason for us to kowtow to the authorities.
Soon after we spoke with him, Wong was convicted and imprisoned for the 3rd time, for 13.5 months. And when 53 prominent activists were arrested this month under the new national security law, Wong, already in prison, was among them. His lawyers say they don't yet know what sentence he could be facing. Even those who are physically free are still mentally trapped. A girl we'll call Kay spent her teenage years fighting for democracy in Hong Kong. At 16, she was on the front lines.
只係連續幾晚之後都係好驚，就係發夢不斷係咁夢見佢打人嗰個位置啦。未試過係驚一樣驚一路係會半夜扎醒，或者係諗緊就係會唔會下一個我就係會當場被拉嗰個啦，同埋。
The Chinese government is trying to portray people like you as terrorists, as criminals, as dangerous people.
我覺得我唔係一個嚴重罪犯咯，即係我相信我做嘅嘢係威脅唔到佢哋嘅。
Kay kept showing up for the protests, but police soon tracked her down using this surveillance footage. She was arrested and charged with vandalism and rioting. Getting to Britain wouldn't be easy because she's just 18 and not eligible for a British national overseas passport, so she came to the US instead. Kay now volunteers for a non-profit that lobbies for democracy in Hong Kong while she waits for her asylum claim to be processed.
呢個蠟燭咧係佢黃色嘅，即係想象徵住呢個活動啦，因為黃色嘅雨傘係呢個活動係諗住係整俾國會議員嘅咁樣，諗住想送俾佢哋，多謝佢哋咁幫 香港去想通過嗰啲法例嗰啲法例咁樣，即係總會係驚係會可能因為電話係好容易追蹤到啦，好容易一上網就會知道可能我個 IP 地址喺邊咁樣，所以都係即使話呢度係 safe house 都好，但係都會驚咯。
Getting asylum in the US, though, is a hard, lengthy task. Did you ever think that you yourself as a Hong Konger would be a refugee in another country, escaping from political oppression?
可以話大家嘅生活就係要離開自己原本生活嘅地方啦，同埋一定要拋棄啲嘢去離開你自己嘅故鄉啊嘛。我當下仲係覺得我唔想走嘅，只不過係我自己擔心自己嘅人點講好咧。雖然係話自己係好自私咁樣離開咗香港咁樣，我會好着重屋企人嘅決定，就係佢哋唔想去個女因為呢樣嘢去。即係我自己同屋企人都唔想，因為淨係呢樣嘢搞到我可能要坐。
I mean, you don't know whether you can ever go back again. When will you see your family?
再或者係可能過多7年8年咁樣，睇下再咩狀況再睇咯。即係有時可能會覺得屋企人煩啊咁樣，但係一嚟咗美國之後，得自己一個喺度啦。係成日都係真係終於有種我好掛住屋企人，真係好掛住屋企人咁樣咯。好真係好唔捨得成個香港，真係我見到咁多人俾人拉，但係我幫唔到啲乜嘢。我喺呢度睇翻香港就覺得我好無力，就係因為